What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the For Us podcast, the podcast for you.
And for us.
Y'all, the dress is back. The dress is out. You would have thought it was summertime, springtime.
It's low-key nice outside today. It's sunny.
Yes.
And I have a belly. You guys know what happens when I have a belly. The dresses come out. Because it's the most comfortable thing you can wear while you're pregnant.
Yes. Oh, just like that.
I accidentally spilled the tea.
Just like that. Well, the thing is, we just done casually put out there that you pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, if y'all watch the vlogs, we didn't even... Has a vlog been out yet? I don't know if a vlog has been out yet announcing that we are, but I just threw it in the Miami vlog.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, wait a minute, did I miss the announcement? Nope.
Yeah.
This was
There
an
was
announcement.
no announcement.
There really was no announcement on YouTube.
We casually got pregnant, so we were like, why don't we just casually announce that we're pregnant?
I think so. That was good.
Yeah.
Casually. Just,
Like we the way we felt when we got pregnant is just the way we let everyone know that we were pregnant.
and that's kind of the way we're gonna go about this pregnancy content too. But yeah, we're pregnant.
We are pregnant. I like when you say we're pregnant. Someone said that before, that they think it's sweet that you say we.
Me?
But yeah. Because it's like, obviously it's just me that's pregnant. But
Right.
like, I always say we're pregnant.
And I don't want to take nothing from you, but I think
You're
I just
not.
like it.
It's definitely us.
I just want to let you know that I'm in this with you.
I love that. Yeah, because like obviously I'm carrying the child, but it's definitely we. Like we're pregnant. Like this is not just me. Like I don't feel alone in this, and that would have been crazy. Like, but knowing that I'm like, oh well, at least we have each other. We can do this.
That's it. But yeah, so
Where do we even start?
I have no clue, but we are pregnant with baby number 3. We gotta be. The gender isn't out yet, and we know the gender.
So we got to tread lightly.
We need to tread so lightly with how we're talking about baby number 3. But yeah, let's just like backtrack a lot, because if y'all remember, I did not want another baby.
Yeah, we've like expressed that. And honestly, I thought that I maybe wanted more, but we have said, and you guys have held us to this, that if we did have more, we were going to wait at least like 2 years before even getting pregnant.
Right.
And then we ended up having a closer age gap than we do with the girl. So little preface, Ryan and Starley are 18 months apart. This baby and Starley will be 13 months apart.
It's amazing.
Which makes them Irish twins, I guess, which I learned because I thought Irish twins was 11 months apart, like in under or something. But I guess it's anywhere like up until 13 months apart that they're still technically like Irish twins.
Irish twins, yeah.
So you didn't want any?
Yeah, I didn't want any. And then eventually, y'all know, we made the vlog. I was open to it. That vlog is called Baby Number 3 is Coming.
And what's
we need
so
to talk about
crazy
that.
is while we were having this conversation, it was honestly just like we were literally in New York in the bed, like just like a raw moment. Josh like had the camera on and we were talking about.
I was essentially just trying to make Baby Number 3 that night.
Maybe.
Josh is too much.
No, but we were having a conversation and it was just like a moment that we were having, and then we brought y'all along with us. And I was pregnant in that moment. And I think it's so funny because it's like God knew that we were pregnant, obviously. Yeah. And like we just didn't know yet. But I think us even just the fact that like all of a sudden your heart was open to the discussion even is just crazy, because it's like, well, thank God it was. Like, thank God your heart posture had shifted because we were already pregnant.
Right.
But I think it's just like that's how we know, even though it was a surprise and we were super shook, like it was all orchestrated in the right timing.
I've been wanting to respond to because you're always going to get those comments. Well, don't you guys know what happens when you have unprotected sex? Don't you guys know?
You don't know how to make a baby?
Don't you guys know what happens?
They don't have to talk like that.
That's exactly how they sound. We're at the end of the day, and I think parents and people who have gotten pregnant understand.
They do. It's the people that are commenting that are people that don't have kids. I'm convinced, because it's like
you're shocked either way.
Literally, what's crazy is with our 3 pregnancies, we've had a different reaction each time, a different like situation, if you will.
Yes.
And each time I was just as shocked.
Same.
No matter if I was trying or not trying, it's still like the most shocking.
It's a life-changing.
Yeah.
It's a life-changing moment. That was good. Jinx on knock on wood. But yeah, I've been seeing those. That is, and I've said this, my like top 2 pet peeves when it comes to pregnancy and social media and like announcing and telling people is that. And then the second one is when you tell somebody behind closed doors, and then when you post it and that person comments,
don't say this.
No, it's so annoying. When that person comments, "Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you finally announced," or "OMG, the news is out," that cringes my entire heart.
No, but baby, some people just want to have their moment too.
See, that's you're just
let them.
You're saying the problem. If you do that, or if you know someone who does that, why? Just like I genuinely want to know, because you already know how I feel about it. But like, what do you get out of taking that moment away from someone who just announced that they're having a baby?
Yeah. They just want to feel like they just want people to know that like they knew the secret. Like it's not their first time finding out.
Yeah, I know clearly, but it's like, what does that do?
Maybe
those are my top 2 pet peeves, and I'll just leave it at that.
Okay, we didn't ask.
I know y'all didn't ask. Y'all didn't ask for any of this, but I'm giving it to you. This whole podcast, I'm giving it to you. But yeah, I don't know where we're going from here.
Well, I was gonna say, should we start with just how we got pregnant and like why it was such a shock?
It was a good night. Oh, Baby. Not how like okay.
No, because so many people are curious if I was on birth control.
Oh yes.
I mean, we've talked about how I wasn't on birth control.
You were not.
Which obviously, I mean, not obviously. No. You can't get pregnant on birth control.
Defo.
But I was not on birth control, so we were doing like the natural family planning situation, which is funny because Josh was not really on board with this
at all from the jump,
because he said it doesn't work. But here's the thing: can I just preface that I actually do think I know that natural family planning works if it's done. Yes, we have
family who use it.
Yeah, if it's done correctly. Like I have friends, family that have had successful like. Not gotten pregnant when they didn't want to get pregnant and gotten pregnant when they wanted to, all without being on like hormonal birth control, just using tracking of your cycles, whatever it is, the thermometer in the morning, like whichever method you use. But this is what happened with us. You see, we just we just fell short a bit. And when I say we, I don't know if I mean me, but I was using natural cycles.
Nice.
Which is the one where you like take your temperature every morning. Mm-hmm. You have to take your temperature at the same time every morning. And then also the first couple months of like using this like natural form of birth control is really important to be logging like all your data and everything. Mm-hmm. And like once it knows your body and knows your cycle, then you can like put a little bit more trust in it. But I'm pretty sure it says to use protection still, even when it says you're not fertile, just in those first few months while it's like getting used to the way your cycle works. Mm-hmm. And we were not using protection.
No, not one bit.
We're just going to be honest here. So I'm pretty sure I know the exact day this baby was conceived.
Dang, really?
Yeah, I thought I told you.
Oh, I don't know, but tell me off camera, because I would love to look back in my camera roll and see what I was wearing, all that stuff. Just
baby, stop. But yeah, so anyways, that's basically what happened. Like we were using natural family planning, but not using it to the way that we should have been using it. And if we were, I think that we wouldn't have gotten pregnant. But I think the problem was too, like once we started like having conversations about potentially having another baby, I feel like we just weren't as concerned about it, if you will. Like we weren't like, we need to make sure that like I'm not fertile today. We were just kind of like, whatever.
And your period was like recent too. Like you just got your period back. You had 2 periods, I think.
Did I have 2 or did I just have 1?
Maybe just 1. That's why that was another
2,
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We weren't really doing a bunch of nothing. Like we weren't thinking about anything.
No, yeah, we were just like really like just reckless, if you will.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because anyways, we got pregnant and then we're really shocked. Okay.
When did you get pregnant? Because I know that's a question. How many months postpartum were you?
Oh, well, I'm trying to figure out.
It was either 5 or 6. It don't matter that much. Do it.
I think I was 4 months postpartum.
Oh, nice.
When we got pregnant.
So Sissy was 4 months old? No, Sissy was 5 months old.
No, babe, when we found out, Sissy was 5 months old.
Oh, but when you got pregnant, though. Oh, okay.
So, anyways, but what was I saying?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, you interrupted me.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. No.
When we got pregnant.
I was saying how shocked we were.
Yeah.
And like a bunch of people are confused, like, how are you shocked? But I think it's the whole kind of aspect of not trying. Mm-hmm. And also just like maybe even like weeks before we found out we were pregnant, we were like wanting to wait to have a third. Yes. If we were talking
about it heavy too. We were saying, and you were probably pregnant when we were saying this, we were like,
We were talking about like how fun the summer was gonna be.
Yeah, and then just like I think I'm just a girl dad. We're just girl parents. Like
we were like our 2 girls, because most people would be like, "Aren't you guys gonna try for a third or like a third
right.
since you have 2 girls? Don't you want to try for a boy?" Blah blah blah. We would get that question all the time.
Yeah,
and we were both like feeling complete with just the 2 girls,
mm-hmm.
and yeah. So finding out we're pregnant, we're shook. Like we just are, and you guys can't take that away from us. Like I'm sorry, we can be shocked, even though yes, we know how a baby is made.
Definitely.
But it's just the reality of not trying and then all of a sudden finding out you're pregnant, with also being only 4 or 5 months postpartum. It's quite a shocker.
Big shocker.
How were you feeling? Right when we initially found out, a lot of people were asking, like on my Instagram.
Okay, yeah.
The initial, because I didn't really talk about that.
Right.
I did a Q&A on my Instagram and I covered like some things, but I wanted to like do.
Yeah. So there's a video we posted on TikTok. It could be on YouTube at some point, but Savannah and I found out together. Wait,
did you not post that on YouTube Shorts?
No, not yet, because it's going to go on a vlog.
You should post it on Shorts too.
Yeah, I probably will. But
it reaches like a different audience.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Sorry.
We're having this conversation. That was funny. So, yeah, we found out together. This is our first time. Well, there has been other times where
we've taken pregnancy tests
together, but you never were pregnant, and those have never seen the light of day. But this time, because we actually felt that like you were pregnant, we were like, let's take a test together.
Wait, back up.
I know we got to talk about. We
have to tell, because we need to tell how I knew I was pregnant.
Why you knew?
Why we thought.
Really quick, go.
Really quick is okay.
Yeah, just say them versions.
Oh, well, first of all, we have to tell them about the 2 apps.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Okay, so I was using the Natural Cycles app, which, like I said, was still trying to figure out my cycle. So basically what was happening, since I hadn't hit my cycle, the app was like pushing my cycle. So that was saying that my period was supposed to come. It kept like pushing it out because I think it was confused, but it was probably confused because I was pregnant. Anyway, my other app that I've used and I've tracked before to get pregnant with Starly, we actually used it and like tracked my ovulation. That app told me that I was 15 days late, and I didn't even know that. And because I wasn't using that app really at the time. No. I was using the other one, and then I looked at that one and I was like 15 days. And I know that app is really accurate because that's what we've used in the past.
Go ahead and tell them that, because people want to know that.
Oh, the app
that worked.
Yeah, the app that worked, and I like this app. It's I like Natural Cycles too. I just didn't use it right. It's Flow. Yeah. Yes. And it also can track your pregnancy too. So anyways.
Shout out to Flow.
Yes. Flow be commenting on our TikToks. They're sweet. Anyways, yeah, so that app told me that I was 15 days late. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, like I have to be pregnant. Like, to be honest.
15 days is crazy.
That's like very late. But then I was just like, I don't know. I think maybe in denial. I don't know. But this is what was really the kicker, what sealed the deal. We got back from our New York trip. We went out to breakfast. I ordered a coffee and I was like, babe, I was like, oh, I don't like my coffee. And you were like, oh, it's like not good. And I was like, no, I just don't really like it. And like just me immediately saying that, Josh is like, no.
Yeah, because I know about her coffee inversions, and I just know for a fact, if you're not wanting your coffee, you pregnant.
So with Ryan Starley, I had like an extreme coffee aversion from like my whole first trimester, basically. Yeah. And it's so crazy because it's like a switch. Literally the day before that, I was drinking a coffee. Next day, all of a sudden, my body's like, no, you don't like this anymore. Crazy. So anyways, that happened. And then the waiter also asked me if I wanted hot sauce.
And you said
and I was like, yeah.
And she's not a hot sauce spice girl.
I don't like spicy, but hot sauce when I'm pregnant is good.
Crazy. So then that day, I literally was like, let's go to Target. Let's go get a pregnancy test. Went to do that. I said, we're going home. We're doing this right now.
Everyone was like, how did you wait till you got home? I can't believe you didn't take it in the bathroom. I'm like,
at Target?
Yes.
Wow, that would be wild.
I know.
Then like, what if, oh my gosh.
I know.
People
I was
do
like,
that?
I do not want to do it in the like public restroom. Like, get me to my safe haven.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So we do that. We go home. We are debriefing for literally like 10 minutes. Before we actually did the test.
But did you know we were pregnant before you saw the results?
No.
I think I did. And I think you did too. I think you didn't want to believe it, but like looking back in those moments before looking at it, I think I knew. I
was in a big denial. I did not think we were pregnant. I was
really?
I don't think anyone actually thinks they are. Do you actually think that because when you turn it over and you actually see, you go to like, oh my gosh, I actually am.
Yeah, that does make it more real, but I think I knew as soon as the way that the coffee made me feel, I knew. You
did. So flipped it over. I saw it and I literally flipped it back. Someone commented that they saw that. I flipped it right back over because I saw what I saw. And I seen when I seen it. It was at a good sound. I saw what I need to see, and
that was that.
Yeah, that was that. But I couldn't believe my eyes. My heart sank straight into my butt, and I was just like, "Yo!" And then I showed Savannah. Savannah was like, "What? When you said that? Did you think that we weren't pregnant?"
I don't know.
Like my reaction was
your reaction was like nothing, kind of.
Did you maybe think that
sad?
that we weren't?
No, because I knew you weren't really wanting another at the time.
Because I would have been like, I would have did a deep breath. I don't know, but I flipped it over, and then I showed Savannah, and then I just went to the corner. Someone said I put myself in timeout, and I did. I really put myself in timeout and just turned around. It was such a moment. We were in silence for so long. You saw it and you started to cry, and then we just hugged.
Yeah.
And just turned the camera off.
Like of us finding out that you've posted obviously was shortened. That whole bathroom clip was like 10 minutes long. Mm-hmm. And it's mostly just us in silence, to be honest. Like that's why you cut it, because it's like literally just us not saying. We didn't say a word.
No, we turned the ending. I turned the camera off.
Oh, really?
Right, maybe like 5 seconds after we were hugging.
And I didn't even show like the camera the pregnant, because I was not even mentally like thinking about the fact that we were filming this like for someone to eventually see it. Like we were just in such shock. I feel like before, whenever we've taken tests, finding out I was pregnant with both the girls, I was alone. And so it kind of like, I felt like you guys were there with me, and I was like talking to them, to you guys. And so like I showed you the test, and I was like, yay, like we're pregnant or whatever. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, can't believe it. But I just felt like it was just like you and I. Right. I feel like there was no one else in the world at that moment.
Oh, 100%. And then let's just talk about like a couple weeks after that, we were like, not sad, but like we just weren't really ourselves. Like we couldn't believe that you were actually pregnant.
Yeah. I mean, just being completely transparent, like we had to process. And I think that's why we waited so long to announce. Yeah. Even to tell our family or friends, like we didn't tell anybody, because we needed to figure out what we were like feeling and just like go through that, just the two of us, before we shared the news with anyone else. Because not to say we weren't excited, like we understand what a blessing and a miracle it is to be able to be parents and be parents 3 times, like literally a gift from God. But I don't think that means that you can't feel shocked or like underprepared or not ready to have 3 kids or 4 kids or whatever it is. So that's just kind of how we were feeling. We were like, can we even do this? Like, are we equipped? Can we have 3 under 3? Like how is this happening to us?
Needed to like reach out to friends who have more than 2 kids. I needed to see like, how are people actually doing this? And I'm still not going to be prepared until it actually happens to us, because we're going to have our own ways. But I had to reach out to people and be like, yo, like, how are y'all? How do you do this? And you know, I'm thinking about it now. But like right now, we're so excited. Like right now, we can do this. Yeah. In the very beginning, we were like, there's not a chance that we can't do this. And something else that helped was realizing that Starly is going to be a year old in like a month, or just 1 year when baby's here. Yeah. So that helps out.
When we found out, Starly's literally a newborn, basically. She's not sleeping through the night. She's waking up 2 to 3 times. Like, we literally feel like, I mean, I feel like I'm like postpartum, which I am technically. Like even now, I'm still technically like I'm 8 months postpartum, whatever. But at that time, I literally was like, no, I just had a baby. Like, how could I possibly be pregnant? No. And I remember when we had to tell, when I like made our first appointment with a midwife, I was like, yeah. So she's like, is this your first pregnancy? I was like, no, it's my 3rd. And then like she asked how old the other ones are, and she's like, oh, wow, like so shocked. I'm like, yeah, it's a quick turnaround. But anyways, you hit your head?
Yeah, I did.
Your face?
My hat.
You okay?
But I was definitely shocked about it.
About hitting?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so I'm pregnant, obviously, and I feel like when I'm pregnant, I'm always reminded of just like what I'm putting into my body, because I want the best for the baby. But then also just becoming a mom, I'm always looking for a good, healthy swap for like a snack, even a household supply, like a cleaning supply. And Thrive Market is my favorite for that, because I just do it all from my phone on the app, and I don't have to go into the grocery store. And then it's also more affordable than going to the grocery store, because everything just gets shipped straight to the doorstep, and it's so convenient I'm all about a good time saving situation.
Y'all, Savannah put me on to this chip on Thrive Market. It's kind of like a Pringle, but it's a healthier version. Low key tastes better.
It low key better.
When she told me it was on Thrive Market and she said that Thrive Market has high quality ingredients, I said, oh, okay, bet. Because Rise snacks are organic.
They have low sugar alternatives,
gluten-free options, and all of that was just curated from a few clicks on the website. Mad easy, mad simple.
When you join Thrive Market, you're also helping a family in need with their 1-for-1 membership matching program, which I love. So anyways, if you guys want to join in on the savings with Thrive Market today and get 30% off your order plus a free $60 gift, go to thrivemarket.com/forus for 30% off your first order plus a free $60 gift. That's THRIVE market.com/forus. thrivemarket.com/forus.
Now let's get back to the episode. But yeah, so what else?
What else?
We do know the gender. Did I say that already?
I don't think we said.
I think we did. Yeah. We do know the gender. We'll obviously, that'll probably be released this week or in the next coming days, and we'll do another podcast talking about the gender. We won't do too much on that. What else do people want to know?
Wow, we kind of like covered a lot. Okay. Someone wants to know if we feel the guilt that we didn't have enough time for just Ryan Starley.
I actually haven't felt that guilt. If anything, you did? You go first then.
No, you can go.
Well, I was just going to say, if anything, it's just making me want to just do more things with the girls now. And like, Starley's getting older too, and she's so fun and funny. And like today, I took them both out to breakfast, and then I might be taking Rye like on a daddy-daughter trip, like just doing things. But I'm gonna do those things even when baby's here too. So like, it's just making me just wanna
like invest more time even into the girls.
Yeah. And now that they're older, like I was gonna do it regardless, but now having another one on the way, I also just want to give you a break too. Like I've just learned so much from all these pregnancies. So like now,
there's a lot of pregnancies, huh?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So now I'm like, okay, I know if I can take the girls, mom can get rest or this and that. But you felt the guilt though?
I feel like yes, kind of. And honestly, I even sometimes think about it when I see parents with one and their one is like 3 and they still just have one. Mm-hmm. I'm like, wow, like imagine if we only had Ryan, like we were able to like invest fully in her for those like 3 years of her life or whatever. But then I look at the flip side, like you said, and like giving Araya's sibling is like the biggest gift that we could give her, I think.
I think so, yeah.
And she kind of doesn't know that yet, but she's starting to. Like they're literally becoming best friends.
She loves her sister.
So just like I feel like it's really like to feel guilt over that. I think it's normal, but I also think it's not. I don't think we should feel guilt because we're being fruitful and we're multiplying.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, yeah.
Siblings, like there's an unmatched bond there.
Yeah. And
I just love that we're able to give them siblings. And now there's 3.
We are really, I know people have been commenting saying like, Josh, or I know you got your basketball team now. I just want to go on the record and say, I do not have a basketball team.
You have a starting 5, you said.
I just have a starting 5. That's it. A basketball team is a full on 12, 15 man roster. We ain't got that going on, and I don't see that in our future.
We might get that going on.
We will not be getting that going
honestly, like, so many people ask me, like, are you guys done having kids? Is there more? Is there a 4th? Blah, blah, blah.
They're really asking that right now?
Yes, but we can't even, like, I replied to one of those on my story, and I said, I'm fired from answering this question because I said after 2, I don't know. Our family feels complete. I don't know. We can't answer that question. So we don't know.
All right.
How were we able to keep it a secret for so long?
That's true, y'all. We hid this, and the thing is, we kept each baby has been like we've been hiding it a little bit more and more. We thought about hiding this entire pregnancy for this one.
And you know what's crazy? Like I feel like for you guys, you think it's really hard for us to hide it. Which I will say, if we lived in a warm climate, it would be really hard. And like when we got to the end and now it'll be summer, it will be really hard to hide it because it honestly wasn't tough until we just went on our trip and I was in like swimsuits and tight dresses and stuff, and then I'm showing, obviously.
Right.
That's when it became like hard. But at the same time, if we wanted to keep not showing my bump, easy.
You
guys probably would have suspected because it would have been like more close-up shots. I'm not showing my whole body, whatever. But I think on that trip, we kind of, not that we gave up, but we knew we were going to announce soon. So we were like, if someone sees that I have a bump, it's okay, which a lot of you guys did. And a lot of people want to know about all the hints.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about the hints.
But first, like, was
hiding.
it hard to keep it a secret?
Not really. I love it, like, because I love just our industry.
Adds an extra layer of creativity for you.
Yes, that you just have to just do. And I just feel like we did it. I feel like we did a good job.
I was going to say, I didn't feel like I was necessarily holding in a big secret. And with Ryan Starley before we announced, I feel like I was really holding in a big secret. And I don't know if it's because actually with this pregnancy, I didn't feel sick in my first trimester. I did like here and there a little bit in the beginning. Like I would say like 8.
You would have some nights, yeah.
Yeah, like 8 to 10 weeks. Or like remember I was getting like apples at McDonald's. So I was feeling a little sick. But with Ryan Starley, I was much more sick in my first trimester. So maybe that's why I felt like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to tell you guys because I can't even be myself.
Right.
Because I feel so horrible and then I'm just like showing up and acting like I don't feel sick. But since I didn't have that aspect this time, I like, especially the first trimester, I'm not showing and then I'm barely showing. It's cold out. Like I'm wearing a lot of sweaters, a lot of baggy stuff. I kind of like, not that I forget that I'm pregnant, but I kind of do, to be honest.
Yeah. I think also because we went in with the mentality of, we didn't even tell our parents or any of our family for a while. I think we were already in that mindset of we're doing this. We're just gonna keep this to ourselves. It was like the sweetest little secret. We've never really done that before with any of the babies.
We didn't tell our like family or anything until we were in our second trimester, and that's usually when we tell you guys.
Right? Yeah.
Which, yeah, like with Rye, we announced when we were like 12 weeks, 13 weeks, and then Starley was like 15 weeks.
Yeah.
And then this is like 20 weeks. So. I feel like it wasn't super hard to keep it a secret.
No, it wasn't.
But I am so glad. I think it would be sweet, like, to keep it a secret or just, like, keep it for the two of us the whole pregnancy. But I also think it's just so sweet and so cool to share it with you guys because so many people were pregnant together. We're, like, literally the same weeks pregnant.
Yeah.
And just even that and, like, reading all your guys' comments and stuff and just, like, knowing the support and the love. Yeah. That like you all have for us, I'm like, okay, this makes it worth it. Like, and I like telling you guys.
And even some people who are like they're struggling with infertility and stuff too. I know they watch these as encouragement and stuff like that too. So I think it's just it's a win-win. We love documenting and sharing this with you guys, but we also love keeping it for ourselves too and experiencing and just like being normal, you know. And that's what this gave. But yeah, I'm glad we kept it to ourselves.
Yeah, isn't it crazy too? Because like obviously, you know, with having more eyes on us and stuff with doing social media, it's a big deal that we like hid this. But I feel like versus someone who like doesn't do social media for their job, you know, and they keep their pregnancy a secret. Right. But I think that's what made it so special. Like you said, like we got to just kind of feel normal and like we got to just like be pregnant and be normal people and not have so many eyes watching.
Or comments or, you know, people's opinion and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, so we need a recap of all the unhinged clues.
Oh man, where do we even start? There are so many, and Savannah wants me to make a TikTok of all of them.
Literally, maybe the TikTok will already be up by now, but if not, let Josh know that this is a good idea. So hear me out. We dropped some hints here and there. Actually, quite a few throughout mostly TikToks. So I said Josh should clip them all together and then make a TikTok and be like, in case y'all didn't catch the hints. I know a lot of you guys did, but if you didn't, here they are. I would just love that to watch back.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Where do we even start? I think the only hints that we dropped on TikTok, is that the hints
Did we drop other hints?
I mean, baby number 3 is coming, the vlog.
But we didn't know we were pregnant.
Oh, we didn't know we were pregnant.
So that's what's crazy. That is a hint, but we didn't know.
That's a big old hint. No. Oh, no, it wasn't a hint. You're right. Okay, so TikTok, I guess the very first hint, we did one. You were dancing and you said you wanted that you missed your period.
Oh, that was okay. So
we weren't pregnant though. We didn't know.
No, you guys. This TikTok is funny. This is the day after we found out we were pregnant.
Oh yeah, we went for it.
And this sound was trending or whatever, and I was like, babe, like we just have to troll.
What are the words?
The words are when you're late on your period and you have a 5-month-old and a 23-month-old. But
and no one was thinking.
No one's like, okay, they're actually pregnant. But you guys, literally, we filmed that the day after we found out we were pregnant.
Yeah.
So there's that one.
It's tough to think about. I know, like off the bat, recently, like when we did one on the cruise. If you're also not following us on TikTok, go check us out on TikTok. I've never really said that, but that's where we are posting a lot and
like
having
daily.
fun.
Yeah,
daily. But I know one sound that's the caption was like 3 for 1.
We had a TikTok where we were talking about how Starly's like super advanced at 6 months. And how she's been doing the yoga pose.
Yes.
Like she loves doing downward dog. So that, and it's actually crazy. I don't know. How can that be real? But Starly has been doing yoga.
She's been doing yoga
since she was yoga. Downward dog. And people say that means that you're having another one on the way since she was literally 5 months. And
that she's been getting out the way for the next baby with all the stuff. Like y'all know, Starly has been very advanced. She's been standing, crawling at 6 months. Saying dad, all these things. She's just getting out the way for her sibling.
I'm laughing because I'm looking back on our TikToks right now. One, we did a brand deal, and it was like me trying food that you made me.
Oh,
and
wow,
I actually remember I was sick that day, and it was like all soul food. It's actually really good, and I would like it if I was. I did still like it, but I was so nauseous, and so me having to try all this food, you guys. It was just not doing it for me. But anyways, I just saw that and it took me back.
There was some things I was like saying in certain TikToks. Like there's a Costco vlog that we posted and I said, y'all would have thought this girl was pregnant. And like I would just throw stuff in there and people were like, some people it flew right over their heads.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even know. And then on the cruise, I would show your bump.
And this one we did a dance. It's like, and the words say, husband, are you sure you want another kid? I'm good with 2. And then me, I'm like, it's the sound that says blocked.
Yes.
And then the caption is like, what's one more? So like I'm pregnant at that time and you guys didn't know, but we did.
Right.
So.
Yeah. But the thing is, OGs, no. I've been seeing a lot of comments on TikTok saying like, if you've been around with Josh&Sav for a while, this is their sense of humor and stuff. So.
We low-key joke like that regardless.
That's literally how we joke.
Wait, also, I forgot the TikTok with Devin. The secret that would break the internet.
Oh, yeah. That's like the big one.
That's the main one.
Yeah. That was like, there was so much that went into that TikTok, even though it seemed so simple, but like, so much thought that I had with that idea. But like, obviously I didn't think we were going to break the internet, quote unquote. And I don't think we broke the internet, but it was just the fact that Devin Cordell. Yeah. And they're actually going to be on the podcast very soon. But the fact that Devin and Savannah were in a TikTok together, the fact that they were dancing together, and the fact that the secret of them being pregnant at the same time.
And she had announced her pregnancy at the time, but she hadn't announced the gender.
Right.
So I knew the gender of her baby, and then she knew I was pregnant.
Right.
And a lot of you guys actually guessed like absolutely correctly, but it's so funny because this is a side note, but most people were thinking that we were sisters. That's what they took from that. Yeah. I was like, we did not even think that y'all were going to think that, but
right.
So I feel like
there's some more in there. If y'all comment down below if y'all seen some other ones. I can't think of them right now, but I guess if I'm editing this TikTok that Savannah wants me to do.
Yeah, I do.
I'm gonna have to find some more. But what else?
I feel like
I know we hit everything. We're obviously gonna talk about so much more as this pregnancy goes on, but we wanted to just make a pod just saying
like, hey,
we're pregnant. It's real time. It's real because like we haven't really made any announcements, and that's another thing I want to talk about because usually we did like the theatrical video. We did like the traditional baby pregnancy content, YouTube, Old Wives' Tale, I don't know. Like I ran it up with the titles and all those things. And then we had Starly Girl, and Starly was a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been there, done that.
And it wasn't like our content wasn't totally centered around that because we also have a toddler,
That's
true.
So
like our life isn't just me being pregnant. We like have a whole other child that we're caring for.
Exactly. So this third one, like I said, I think we started this podcast off with it, but we wanted to just, how did you say it? We were talking to Kaylin today, and it's like we're
kind of just like, just keep like living our life, right? Is that what we're saying?
Yes. Like it was a casual thing for us finding out and getting pregnant. So like, we're just going to treat this like a casual thing. Like I said, y'all saw it in a vlog. We talked about this, the Miami vlog, but like, that's how we're going to kind of approach this content too. And just the maturity and the headspace we're in with content and like pregnancy stuff nowadays. Like back then, like I said, we would
make pregnancy our personality, which is fine.
Yeah, that's true.
It low-key is my personality because I've been pregnant for 3 years back to back. But just to like carry on, as usual.
Right.
And just because we are pregnant, yes, of course, we'll do like pregnancy related content, but we still want to give you guys content that's like totally not even pregnancy related at all.
Right.
And just keep it moving. We have 2 kids and we have a family, and like, just because I'm pregnant doesn't mean everything is going to revolve around that.
No, it's not. And obviously you are like in our same argument, like when having kids, and it's not centered around our kids, but our kids are a part of the content. Same thing with pregnancy. You're pregnant. So
naturally it's a part of our content.
Exactly. I did want to talk about this. I screenshotted this comment on, I think it was on either our video or somebody else's video, but there are a lot of influencers right now who are announcing that they're pregnant.
There's so many people that are pregnant.
Everyone and their mother is pregnant right now, and it's absolutely insane. And someone commented, the amount of influencers announcing a baby right now is wild. Congrats. And then someone else said, I was thinking the same thing. And then someone else said, they got to stay relevant and relatable. Laughing emoji. There was so many thoughts, because like, I'll talk about myself, talk about us. If it ever comes a day where we are having babies
to make money, or just like, or having babies equals like more views and stuff like in our head, that's crazy,
then slap me off the face of this earth.
But you know what's crazy though is they're not totally wrong for thinking that, because there are influencers,
you think,
that have said that they literally know that pregnancy and babies makes them more money.
That is very true.
Which is just insane and so just skewed. Like it's all bad.
If you have common sense, like in my head, I'm just thinking like, there's not a chance. I'm like, babe, we got to get pregnant so we can stay relatable and relevant. I can give you relatable and relevant and be so corny and fake. I can give you that and not have a baby. But just because do y'all realize what comes with having kids?
Yeah, I feel like
that was my whole thing. Like, it's not equal.
Like, we're raising a whole human being and we're responsible for their entire life. Like,
that is not equal.
We're not just like doing a little thing here.
Right.
Like, having a little baby. Yay, baby. Like, no, it's not.
No amount of money, no amount of clout, no amount of views, no amount of nothing relates to them nights that I got to wake up 5 times a night. Them nights where we're raising a kid. We haven't even scratch the surface of what we have to deal with our kids, and you think I'm thinking about that or whatever.
But it's crazy too, because I feel like with social media and influencers, as a viewer, you see all the good stuff. You see the announcement, you see the photos, you see the baby moon, the this, the that. It's like can be glorified. So maybe in their head they're like, oh yeah, like this stuff, this content's great. It's all beautiful. It's amazing. And they don't really understand or realize, and maybe these are mostly people that aren't parents, that like we're doing all this stuff behind the scenes. Like we're not just like showing all the happy things you see on social media aren't our day-to-day life. Like we do life every single day with our kids. We make them dinner. We put them down to sleep. Like
we are normal people at the end of the day.
Yeah. Like we're not having, that would be like saying, you know, just anyone with another job, like they're having a baby because maybe they'll get promoted or they're going to get, like, that would be like someone saying, I'm going to have another kid so I can have a maternity leave. Like, it doesn't equal. Like, yes, the maternity leave is great.
Yeah.
But you don't have a kid for that reason. And if you do, something, the math ain't mathin'.
Math ain't mathin'. But, yeah, I screenshotted that, and I'm glad I remember because I definitely wanted to talk about that. Did you have any more questions, or did we hit everything that we wanted to?
I think we kind of got everything.
In this set?
Some people were asking, like, how I was feeling. Which I already covered that. I said I wasn't really sick. I'm a little bit uncomfortable. Oh, I talked about this in a TikTok, but I started pelvic floor therapy, so maybe we can talk about that in a future podcast. Well, I didn't have my first appointment yet.
Maybe after that
we
will.
So I'll update, and I'll let you guys know how that's going.
Or on the vlog. Because the vlog, we vlogging. We've been vlogging on the tubes. So the vlogs are back. We just been getting back to like the old school vlogs where we just talk and just do what we got to do. So. But we love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking. Thank y'all for all the support. Y'all, we be doing this with y'all. And y'all really be coming out the woodworks when, you know, big announcements and stuff happen. And it's really cool to see the support. And we just doing this together. Y'all been with this from the jump. And
we have so many people that have been like, I've been like watching y'all since you were dating. And that's so cool. Like, we really are just being able to, like, do life with you guys. And it really does feel like when we read all the comments, I'm like, okay, these are actually, like, people. And especially meeting you guys in person.
Right.
I'm like, this is so cool. Like, we all get to be connected in this way.
Yeah.
Just because of social media. So it's
because of
cool.
social media. So, parents of 3 right here.
Love you, Greenie.
Oh. All right. Well, we love you guys, and we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.